Zahir Khan is one of the hardest spinners to read. You speak to any player or coach around, they will agree with that. He felt Zahir was incredibly difficult to read, and if he's saying it as one of the best players of spin that certainly I've seen in our generation, it means that he is a handful.
Was he trying to puff up his
brought him back into the side for this game, yeah, so he's giving him a bit of confidence. 7 gone, it's 26 for 4.
7 ओवरों के बाद 28 पे 4. वेलकम गाइज. आज एमिटन और उनकी पार्टनरशिप परिषद में 50 आपकी होने वाली है. आज तो सब टीमों की वार लगी जिसमें मतलब तीनों बैट्समैन थे शुरुआती.
Well, the run rate's not flattering, but what that tale doesn't tell us is the number of wickets that's happened throughout those first 7 overs. 4 have fallen, which has really set them back. And their innings hasn't taken off like the El Dorado Skycam. Talking about spin and about reading spin, there's 3 things you need to look out for. Firstly, you look at the hand, which is what we discussed. In the air but safe. So firstly, you look at the hand, so whether the ball's being released from the front of the hand or the back of the hand, which is what we've talked about with Zahir Khan. The second thing, if you're not picking that, you then look at the ball flight. What's happening with the ball in the air? Can you read the seam in the air? And the white ball is tougher than the red ball, so particularly when the white ball gets older. And then thirdly, if you're falling short there, you then read it off the surface, and that's the last resort, and that's pretty tough going if you're having to do that, particularly if you're looking to score and not just defend. Okay in Test cricket if you're looking to read it off the surface because you've got time just to defend it. Sweep slog just for 1. And the last point, if all else fails, you just sweep. You just sweep and hope for the best. That came from Badri at the back of the box when we were talking about this, who's one of the best T20 spinners in the world, is that in his time, if you don't read any of those cues, just sweep. Get down low and sweep the ball.
And we used to have a saying playing domestic cricket, when in doubt, sweep. Because I think you get the bat far ahead of yourself, whereas you might not be able to get that far advanced if you're looking to drive the ball, because the bat is horizontally positioned with the arms outstretched. There are risks to that, obviously, but
there are risks, but like any shot you play, your technique in executing it is so important. The ball before, which Ben Dunk missed, the reason he missed it in my view was that he wasn't down low enough and wasn't out in front of himself enough to be able to collect the ball that he was trying to sweep away. He just came out of the shot a little bit early, which you can do when you're driving the ball as well. You can come out of your drive a little bit earlier, and therefore you're finding that outside edge and feeding the slips.
slog sweep, for example, and then there's the paddle sweep. You have more control, do you, with the paddle than the slog if it's bouncing and turning?
Well, there's three sweeps. There's the paddle sweep, which you talked about, which is the one that goes to 45 and finer. And then there's a conventional sweep, which will go out to deep backward square. And then there's a slog sweep, which you're looking to hit in front of square.
Enough on it. More than enough on it from Bendung to end the over 36 for 4.
ये अगर लास्ट तक रहा तो दूर से ले लेगा.
Strike down the ground to end the last over from Bendung. Got close enough to it to be able to hit it or play the shot safely. Hero maximum. We were talking sweeps. Go back in time to someone you know, Michael Hussey, or maybe Brian Lara, who name adorns the pavilion, and Larry used to play a lot of fine sweeps to exhibit control and just turn the strike over.
Yeah, well, he was a genius against spin. He's one of the best players, certainly in his time, if not all time, playing spin. Speaking to Matai Muraliduran, the Sri Lankan great, he would put Lara as his toughest opponent. And a lot of that was to do with he could manipulate the strike, and through his sweeping, Lara could, as you say, paddle sweep, get it fine, and he'd play the other two sweep shots. So therefore it challenges the bowler and the captain constantly to field placements, because they can't pin that batsman down for a number of balls. So therefore you're reversing the pressure back on the bowler and asking him to question his length, ask him to question his line, and it creates other scoring opportunities like we saw in the last over. With the length that was offered to Bendung, it was full enough for him to be able to bunt that straight down the ground for a 6. Possibly pitching outside the line. LLBW shout here, pitching outside, so a good decision. It's all well and good to be pointing the finger to the umpires when they get it wrong, but let's take our hat off when they do get it right. Brilliantly bowled. There it is, the googly from Zahir Khan. The right length, the right line, just spinning away from the right-handed Hamilton.
Fletcher just held on as well. Again, you can see the back of the hand. That's excellent. Pitch middle stump and almost lodged in the pocket of Andre Fletcher. Hamilton goes for 9. It's 38 now for 5.
को आराम से खेलना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि अभी आधे ओवर में आधे विकेट गिर रहे हैं.
He wanted a hit. He spoke this morning and saying that if he gets it, he'll try to make use of it. He's in Sohail Tanvir. Straight away. 39 for 5. It's been a challenging surface if you just joined us. The ball has spun, it's bounced. You expect that it'll spin and bounce here as well for Cornwall. Another single for Sohail Tanvir.
It's the last to fall. Beautifully pitched. Quite an alarming spin away as well. Does make it very, very tricky for batsmen and even keeper in those circumstances. So well held together by Fletcher behind the stumps.
Power play for the Patriots was the second leanest power play that they've had in their franchise history. The turn on that grip. It is difficult today, very difficult batting.
It's interesting that Tanvir did come into bat now, which enables Darren Sammy to continue to bowl off spin, having had two left-handers at the crease. Surprised that he didn't opt for a right-hander, just so it creates that challenge to who he brings on next, where it's a given now. He's really been handed a free pass, really.
Well, I kind of thought the same early when I saw Kelly come in at 3 today. I thought Ramlin would have come in at 3 because Evan Lewis was still at the crease. So I thought it would have been an early opportunity to get the left-right combination going. Once you kind of saw the dampness in the surface this morning.
You know, sometimes you go into game situations with a set plan, whether it be the runs that you expect in your 20-over allocation or batting order. And I think what you also need to be is flexible with that, because circumstances can change dramatically. Suddenly the surface plays completely differently to how you've read it, and you need to be able to make those adjustments on the move. And also when it comes to the total that you're expecting, whether that be 140 or 150, suddenly 100 looks a good score on this surface.
43 for 5. 10 overs gone. What time is it? Oh, hello. Time for the Angostura LLB drinks break.
रामदी ने एक छक्का जरूर मारा और दूसरे छक्के की कोशिश में आउट हो रहा है। ऐसे ही आउट हो रहा है और बाद को पूरी जिम्मेदारी बन रही है टीम की। उसके साथ सोहेल तनवीर था, वैसे बहुत अच्छा बैट्समैन है, छक्के बना सकता है बैट्समैन CPL.com से आप देख रहे हैं लाइव प्रसारण। इसको बहुत सारे लोग यूट्यूब पर भी दिखा रहे हैं। विकेट की बात करें तो चारों के चारों अपने ओवर में निकाले थे। क्या खतरनाक गेंद